Alright, so serious term needs to come out for a second because recently with the Wondercast and a lot of things in the Wonderlands community stirring around, the community hasn't been on its finest behavior, and I mean partially for proper reason, but there comes a fine line where gaming and the real world kind of draw a gray area, and I think it's a matter of the people that don't know how to differentiate, hey, this is a video game, and hey, you're talking to another human being on the other end. A lot of people seem to not know the difference of these two polar opposites. And, you know, the Wondercast, which showed some things, dev talks and everything. There's a lot of hate speech. Definitely a lot of hate speech in that chat, and in general on social media, I see it daily. You may be wondering, Term, why are you even bringing this up? Every community has haters, but more specifically the Wonderlands and Borderlands community. The Wondercast, Twitter, Instagram, wherever else they post, even TikTok. TikTok is nothing but negative comments when it comes to Wonderlands, like a innocent tweet, and it turns into, you guys should be ashamed of your game, kill yourself, and I'm like, oh, well, cool, you know? And, I want to talk about this, because Wonderlands, I've made it clear many times, I'm not happy with the game. Many creators are not happy with the game, including Jolt's dude. I mean, I think Jolt's even said that he's not making a video on the new character update. I thought that was kind of funny. I kind of like how he's taking a stand against the game, and he's like, you know, I just won't post about it. Simple as that. I don't like it, I won't post about it, you know? Respect for that. Now we're kind of faced with the demon of you have an unhappy community, so it's kind of hard to make anything content-wise outside of making the community happy. Any innocent tweet that Gearbox rolls out is going to be inevitably hate speech because everyone's not happy with the game. Like I said before, rightfully so. I mean, the game is kind of in a weird spot. Dev communication's at an all-time low. DLCs didn't perform whatsoever in any of the Borderlands community's eyes. I mean, there is a part of the community that definitely defends them, and I do agree if you enjoy the game right now and you could play it 8 hours a day. I don't know how you do it though. I mean, you must have one of those Men in Black pens in your back pocket every time you run a chaos chamber, because I don't know, man. I do it for a few times and I get bored. I just hit chaos 50 last night. Probably one of the most aggravating things I've ever done, but moving on to the talk, and I do believe I've always made my content in a way to where I could openly speak out on issues and not come across as negative. I even make it clear that I never bash Gearbox intentionally, but I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that it's all sunshine and rainbows, because it's really not. It anyway. I mean, the Borderlands community itself has kind of fallen to shambles over all of this, and my name's got thrown around quite a bit as one of the people sending death threats to devs, and that definitely sucked. I'm not going to get into the details of that. It's past, not a problem anymore, not really a big deal. I made this video to talk about those people specifically that feel the need to attack devs and creators over the simple fact that the game is in a shitty spot. I know people in communities are so accustomed and entitled that, oh, we need to tell them the game's bad, and I get it, the game's bad, but there's a right place and a right way to say things. It's always how you say it. You could always come to a developer and be like, hey, I don't really like how this feature works. Maybe look into it because a lot of the players are not very happy, versus, dude, your new content fucking sucks. Why would you even do this? Listen to us, dumbass. You notice how I said the same thing in two different ways, but one of them is significantly more palatable? It's very, very simple to change your perspective on things you say. And I think this is just a quick PSA that if you're in the Borderlands community and you've been doing this, try to shift the way you say things, because, you know, I get it. I really do. I guarantee a lot of it's out of good faith because you're passionate about the game and you're just really upset that Gearbox and Borderlands as a whole is kind of on a downward spiral at the moment. There's creators that are very angry, it's everyone. But we need to learn how to channel this anger in a better way, because if we keep channeling it the way we are now, they're going to just stop listening to us, both the positive ones and the negative ones. So they're not going to waste their time trying to weed out which ones are being serious and which ones are actually trying to give constructive criticism. So I see people telling devs to kill themselves. I see people telling devs that they fucked up, arguably partially did, but a lot of the Borderlands community and the Borderlands game itself wouldn't be what it is now if it wasn't for experimenting, and that's exactly what Wonderlands is doing. So I think we need to kind of wait it out through this rough patch phase and see what they're doing in the long run, because we never know. Maybe a Season Pass 2 is in the works, and we don't know. The game isn't really that old. It's not even half a year old yet. It almost is, but it's not. So we'll see. But that's really it, guys. Wanted to get that off my chest. I'm not going to really get into my name getting thrown around in terms of negativity, because I know deep down that my content for years now has been in a positive light, and nobody has ever commented that I shit on Wonderlands or Gearbox on purpose. So I want to point that out there. Let's try to have a more positive change in this community, specifically Wonderlands and Borderlands. Submit bug reports in a nice way. Don't be toxic, and just do what you can to promote change on Twitter, Instagram. Overall, I haven't been happy with the Borderlands community in a few ways over the past month, and I'm not going to say names. If I really cared that much, I would say your name. But I'm looking past it and looking for the future of my content and being a part of the community. But it's also hard to be a part of the community of things that promote the toxicity and then inherently reflect the negativity back towards creators, and then you it's kind of hard. I imagine, like any other generic TV show, when your name is thrown around behind your back and rumors are made up and false information is spread, that it's rough, especially when you're at a scene full of people that you've been talking to for multiple years. But I'm working on it myself. I've probably said some slightly harsh things in my older videos just out of pure anger, because seeing the series I love so much that I've dedicated my YouTube to is just coming to a downward spiral. But I guess the quick message of this video is let's push to be better. Let's push for better change in the Borderlands community, and yeah, let's hope for a brighter future with Wonderlands and maybe even Borderlands 4 in the near future. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, as it does spread my content more out to the Wonderlands and the Borderlands community. Make sure you guys subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me. But you have a terrific day, you stay safe, and I will see you guys later.